enforcement team of the Ghana Revenue Authority has served notice that its operations to get all entities to integrate their collection points to the electronic tax system is not targeted at only retail centers but all forms of businesses. The move follows action by the team to seal some selected shops belonging to the Palace Mall in Laboni, Spinters Road, Atomic Junction, and Tema in the Greater Accra region. Here's a report.
The quest to get companies comply with the GRA electronic VAT system continues as the enforcement team sealed the premises of selected shops belonging to the Palace Mall in Laboni, Spintex Road, Weja, and the Regal Chinese restaurant in Osu.
All the operation, no problem.
The Ghana Revenue Authority, however, allowed business entities that have complied with the laws by integrating their collection system with the electronic VAT system to operate peacefully. Addressing journalists before the exercise, Deputy Commissioner of Operations at the GRA, Kwesi Hagan, hinted that about 25 entities have so far complied with the law.
We are imploring all of us to ensure that of the 50 taxpayers who have been hooked, are supposed to hook onto the system, all would have complied as at yesterday. So for those who have not been complying, the takeout is that please do so before we get there, because it is not our intention to come and close your place down. We want you to work for the taxes to be paid. So this is just a suggestion and a plea to the taxpayers out there that get hooked onto the Commissioner General's EVAT before preventive and enforcement actions are taken against you. We'll continue this exercise throughout the week until each and every taxpayer of the 50 assigned is hooked onto the system. We have engaged an initial 25. Yes.
The Accra Central Enforcement Manager, Joseph Annan, who led the operations, warned the business entities not to tamper with the Commissioner's tape used to block the entrance of their companies, else face imprisonment. He explains.
To ensure that these selected taxpayers comply with the law. Fortunately for us, the places we have been to, they all locked out their places before we got there. And that is good for us because we spent less time to get the places. We just applied the Commissioner's General's tip. And please, you tamper with that tape, it compounds your problems because it can lead to an imprisonment. So if I were you, I'll guide it jealously. But when we come to your premises and it's been tampered with, you have questions to answer. So there are places that we have not applied our padlocks, but the Commissioner's tape is even much more weightier than applying the padlocks.
The GRA revealed that series of engagements have been held for the selected shops before the October implementation date.
The National Petroleum Authority, NPA, has fined 9 oil marketing companies about 2.2 million cedis for engaging in illicit third-party trading of petroleum products and unlawful lifting of petroleum products. A statement from the NPA said it will continue to monitor activities in the downstream petroleum sector to sanitize the industry.
The companies are Bello Petroleum, Jazz Petroleum, Oval Energy, Cross Energy, Safety Petroleum, and Santor Energy. The rest are Rice Globe Energy, Sanyon Energy, and Saigo Energy. The NPA directed that Saigo Energy pay a fine of 725,000 Ghana cedis, comprising of 30,000 Ghana cedis for engaging in third-party supplies for the second time, and 695,000 Ghana cedis for the unlawful lifting of petroleum products. Sanyon Energy was fined 425,000 Ghana cedis, comprising 10,000 Ghana cedis for engaging in third-party supplies for the first time, and 415,000 Ghana cedis for the unlawful lifting of petroleum products. Bello Petroleum was slapped with a fine of 120,000 Ghana cedis, comprising of 10,000 Ghana cedis for engaging in third-party supplies for the first time and 110,000 Ghana cedis for the unlawful lifting of petroleum products. Jazz Petroleum is to pay a fine of 65,000 Ghana cedis, comprising of 10,000 Ghana cedis for engaging in third-party supplies for the first time and 55,000 Ghana cedis for the unlawful lifting of petroleum products.
Insurance Brokers Association of Ghana, IBAC, says it supports hefty fines against insurance companies engaged in premium undercutting. The practice, which has led to unfair competition within the industry, was brought to the attention of the regulator, NIC, hence its decision to fine companies found culpable. President of IBAC, Shaibu Ali, spoke earlier on Business Live as part of the Insurance Brokers Awareness Month. Meanwhile, Assistant Treasurer at IBAC, Sheila Ristberg, highlighted the need for trade associations to buy professional indemnity insurance.
Educate people about the need for insurance and why they should also use an insurance broker. We are also having social media engagements as well. And we are also visiting secondary schools to educate them about insurance and also the opportunities, the career opportunities in insurance. We are also having stakeholder engagement with some of the trade associations, and in the same vein, we are educating them about insurance. When it comes to the trade associations, some of them, certain professionals in Ghana need compulsory insurance, professional indemnity insurance, but it's even possible that they're not even aware of it. So this is why we are engaging the trade associations to advise them on the kind of policies that they need for their industries.
Brokers are not the ones who give the quotations.
Okay.
Insurers are the ones who give the quotation. Do I come to you with a gun to your head to say, quote 1 CD instead of 5 CDs? No. So how can the broker be blamed for it? There's a problem in the industry. We all need to raise up to the problem and solve it. Fortunately, the NIC, the regulator, has brought up a solution where they have brought up minimum rates below which no one can go. If an insurance company should quote below that, the insurance company gets fined. I, the broker, I get fined. So everybody's supposed to play ball.
What do you make of the fines? Do you think it's a step in the right direction from the NIC?
I think so. Because, you know, the market in Ghana, for some reason, has been very, very difficult to regulate. Minimum rates are brought, nobody abides by them. Different types of efforts are put in by the regulator to sanitize the market. And people are still trying to do all sorts of things, all because of competition. So I think that if it is fines, that will get us to do the right thing. So be it.
Now, non-life insurance company Imperial General Assurance is currently undergoing a total overhaul of its operation, which includes key recruitment to remain competitive among the insuring public. According to board chairman of the company, Ivan Avenyire, this is part of the vision of the new shareholder to make the fully Ghanaian-owned company one of the best 5 companies in the middle to long term. He spoke to Joy Business at the company's annual general meeting held in Accra.
According to board chairman of Imperial General Insurance, Ivan Avenyire, his outfit will soon unveil a state-of-the-art office in the prime area of the capital in the bid to capture a greater proportion of the market. According to him, this is part of the new shareholders' vision of improving the company's fortunes.
We embarked on so many things, and we are doing a lot of things. You will realize that within the week, you may be invited to come to the grand opening of our new head office in Laboni, which, of course, is an edifice which, when you all get there, you know, a state-of-the-art, new head office, all in pursuit of trying to sell the company out there and make it more popular. The numbers are improving, but of course, at this stage, we are pumping in more than we'll be receiving. But we know that within the next 5 years, all that will be recouped because we are doing a lot of things at the same time. Human capital, social capital, branding, and all those things. So naturally, the returns are wonderful, but they could have been better.
He, however, indicated that the prevailing economic challenges are contributing to the low patronage in insurance.
Where you know that the economy is on a downturn, insurance is not one of the priorities of the ordinary Ghanaian or business. People are still, at this stage, trying to do other things to, survive this economic downturn that has faced the whole world. So we are also playing our part, and we are trying to support businesses to come back to their feet.
Now, the Deputy Minister for Works and Housing, Abdullahi Abanga, has called for the need to employ green technological solutions in solving the country's housing challenges. Speaking at the launch of the 2022 Ghana Green Building Summit, he noted that the housing and construction industry plays a crucial role in Ghana's fight against climate change, and hence stakeholders in these industries should embrace green innovative technologies to ensure a sustainable environment.
Green Building Summit is a forum created to build conversations about the need for green technologies in the country's construction landscape. Speaking at the launch of the 2022 summit, the Deputy Minister for Works and Housing, Honorable Abdullahi Abanga, said the construction industry plays a crucial role in Ghana's fight against climate change, and hence stakeholders in the industry will have to adapt to green innovative technologies. This, he believes, will ensure a green and sustainable environment. He further added that his ministry is on course to setting up a housing authority with the mandate of regulating and planning housing developments in Ghana.
According to the 2019 Global Status Report for Buildings and Construction, almost 40% of the energy-related greenhouse gas emissions are from the building and construction sector. And as the policymakers, developers, and built environment practitioners, this obviously calls for the need to collectively contemplate on alternative ways by which our buildings could optimize water conservation, recirculation, and reuse towards achieving water efficiency, particularly in our cities. Similarly, we need to embrace upon innovative technologies towards developing smarter cities that are hinged on clean and sustainable energy options, such as renewable energy solutions.
Meanwhile, the Minister for Energy, Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh, also stated that Ghana is on a path to achieving its energy mix target of 10% renewable energy by 2030.
VRA has built 22 megawatts of solar projects and completed them in Navrongo, Laura, and Kalio. For the first time in West Africa, we have constructed a 1 megawatt solar voltaic panel system floating on the Muida Reservoir. We have installed totally about 120 megawatts, representing 2.4 of the national generation mix. We continue to deepen our efforts in this regard, considering that by 2020, we should hit at 10% of the generation mix.
Commending Ghana on her efforts to ensure a greener environment, the British High Commissioner to Ghana, Ms. Harriet Thompson, said Ghana has shown leadership in taking steps to ensure energy sustainability, but added that there is more the country can do to harness the opportunities in the transition space.
So Ghana is doing a lot of work in this space. Energy transitions are always massively complicated, and particularly in a country where you need to look at accessibility to energy as well as sustainable energy. It means that you have to factor those two sides of it in. There are huge opportunities through sustainable energy options to improve the accessibility to energy at the same time. And we cannot see this transition to sustainable energy sources as being at the expense of economic growth. There is huge scope to do both of those things in parallel and to make an advantage of that shift to renewables to in fact create new job opportunities, new economic development opportunities.
Ghana has introduced a pension-related mortgage product to help address Ghana's housing deficit. According to the head of Mortgage Banking Department, Dana Ajete, the product is specially made to cushion pensioners during their retirement age. He spoke to Joy Business at the launch of the product.
Buy a property through your pension fund. All income and gains within pension schemes are exempt from income tax and capital gain tax. Both rental income and profit from the sale of the property will not be subject to these taxes. Dan Moehnu, head of mortgage banking, indicated that this is to cushion all private and public sector workers.
What we seek to do is to support customers to acquire homes, leveraging on their Tier 3 contributions. And so what we are saying is that we put a lien on your Tier 3, and then we advance 100% mortgage financing so that you are able to acquire a home. So it's quite simple. Our processes are seamless, straightforward, and it's quite flexible also. So we entreat all our prospective homeowners to visit Republic Bank. We'll give you the fine details, make you understand what the product is about, and then you can make a choice as to which home you want to buy. Every Ghanaian or every Ghanaian worker or every businessman at least owns a home throughout their lifetime. And so it's important. And if you look at the housing deficit that we have in Ghana right now, we are trying to assist and offering financing to prospective homeowners so that they can also buy homes and pay us over a period of time.
A pension mortgage is an interest-only mortgage with an additional investment plan in the form of a personal pension.
Now, wife of the Vice President, Samira Bawumia, is calling for more investment into clean cooking activities in a bid to achieve Sustainable Development Goal 7. Speaking at this year's Clean Cooking Forum, she indicated that it is time for government to prioritize clean and affordable energy during policy formulation. Mrs. Bawumia believes this will increase access to everyone.
Presenting the keynote address at the annual forum of Clean Cooking Alliance, an international environmentally conscious company, Samira Bawumia called for public-private partnerships that will develop technologies to reach populations with customized payment options to ensure no one is left behind in achieving the clean energy agenda.
I'm optimistic that this forum will pave the way for expedited action required to help bring clean cooking to the billions who live without it. Government and development agencies should continue taking measures to prioritize the issue of clean cooking as a major policy initiative. In our conversations about access, there must be a focus on affordability, innovation, and adaptability of clean cooking solutions in order to ensure sustainable development. Reducing prices via low-cost design, local production and assembly where feasible, and innovative distribution and financing models can lower upfront stove costs and significantly extend access to clean cooking solutions. Pay-as-you-go solutions also bring clean technologies within the financial reach of populations with customized payment options. This module enables incremental fuel payments for households in place of paying full upfront costs, which tends to be a barrier to access and entry.
Minister of Energy Dr. Matthew Poko-Prempeh disclosed that government looks at distributing 3 million improved cook stoves by 2030.
In 2019, Cabinet approved a public-private partnership project to locally produce and distribute 500,000 improved cook stoves, jointly with the Ministry of Energy and the Climate Change Center of South Korea. This Carbon for Stove project is the largest clean cooking intervention in the ECOWAS region and is in line with the government's commitment to distribute 3 million improved cook stoves by 2030. The project will result in about 1 million tons of CO2 savings per year, reducing the supply of trees for charcoal production and contributing to the improvement of the raw carbon footprint of Ghana.
Chief Executive of Clean Cooking, Dimpna van der Lans, reiterated the need for governments, companies, and individuals to collaborate to ensure a holistic approach to achieving clean energy and cooking.
It is my hope that this forum will provide opportunities for us to learn from each other's stories, for us to share insights on our journeys, for us to make connections and work towards more holistic, systemic approaches. At CCA, we fundamentally believe that strong collaboration and coordination across sectors and geographies, and empowering national governments to lead ambitious clean cooking transitions through the delivery units network is essential to achieving universal access.
Chairperson of Ghana Alliance for Clean Cooking, Adjoa Echiwase, says the time is now for actionable steps to make clean energy accessible to all.
Growing up, we could find kerosene in every corner of the country, even though it wasn't a very good choice. That was what we knew, and we used kerosene everywhere. It was readily available, it was highly accessible. If we can Think through the processes that we went through to get kerosene out there. I'm sure that we don't need to reinvent the wheel. We can get clean cooking technologies to every corner of this country and of Africa.
This year's Clean Cooking Forum was themed Clean Cooking is the Key to Achieving Global Climate and Development Goals.
According to Sonia Kauchima, Rana Motor will continue to partner other stakeholders within the Ghanaian economy, continue to expand its operations. He maintained that the company will continue to engage its customers.
Yeah, actually, first of all, for us as Ghanaians, it is an honor for us to be doing activities around the World Cup, because the Black Stars are going to play in Qatar in this World Cup, and we hope that the Black Stars will do very well. Second of all, for us, that's one of the ways of us saying thank you to our customers for their patronage to our brand. And since Kia is a World Cup sponsor, we said all the ingredients are there, so let's go ahead and do this activity. And the most important thing is to say in our way thank you to our customers.
Some winners were delighted after being presented their prizes.
I'm excited. I've been using Kia since 2015. First it was a Ford, and now I just purchased the Seltos. So yes, I'm excited about this.
Excited. Ghana is my second home, being here for 20 years. So it will be a pride to take this tricolor to Qatar and come back with definitely some good news that we won. And being associated with Rana, with Kia Motors and Rana for past 16 years, being their client, and it's a great thing. It's a great feeling.
It feels like as happy as when you win something, and as surprised as well. So, yeah, I'm very much surprised, and when actually you don't expect something, it happens. So never give up.
The promotion is in collaboration with Coca-Cola, Adidas, Qatar Airways, and Caveman Watches.
And that's how we end Prime Business tonight. For more news, you can log on to myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Beverly Broom, and I leave you with news making headlines on the international front.